Greetings, one and all, to another vlog. Actually, it's been a long time since I've done one of these, and that is because Facerig was kind of freaking out massively so because it wasn't rendering more than half the video, so it kept on falling over, and since then I've had to reinstall Windows. Oh, mon ami. And since then I've tried to find some time to do so, and this is a new vlog, so one can only hope that it will actually come out awesome. So what have I been up to recently? I've been trying to improve some quality of the YouTube stuff, part of which is trying to get 60 frames per second to work. This required the use of something called the VP8 codec, or VP9, otherwise known as WebM. This is a codec developed by Google specifically, and unfortunately is kind of bugged to... Yeah, they didn't think that through. It only uses about 10% of the CPU, and as a result it crashes out continuously. So in the end I stuck with the H.264 codecs, or the MP4 AVC codecs, and I'm able to produce the 60 FPS content that I want. Unfortunately, it makes very big files and it makes it very hard to actually get up onto YouTube, so this may impact the release day of 10 o'clock. I don't entirely know yet. In addition, I'm trying to actually do a new series, which is Heroes Time, but we're not entirely sure whether or not Heroes of the Storm lends itself well to the podcast format. I'm actually getting some good criticism, good feedback, and I'm actually trying to work out what is the best method for improving upon it. I'm not really wanting to do what some people are suggesting, which is reviews of replays, because that is not the sort of content I'm particularly interested in. So I'm not entirely sure what to do there. Now for the depressing side of things. For the last 3 months I have been bullied very badly at my job by my superiors, and I've not been in a position to say or do anything about it until recently. This has in part held back the development of Faulty Frame Squad, because mostly when I got home I would seriously struggle to do anything. I'm not entirely sure how much my friends actually realized that I was being demotivated or demotivated into doing anything, and I was struggling. Since the last vlog, I said that we recorded a lot of lines for one of the characters of 40 Frame Squad. Since then, I've recorded some more lines of one of the other characters, but as of June, my intention is to actually very verily push hard in getting 40 Frame Squad up and going properly. The big point of me expressing why the fact that I am being, or have been, no, I am being bullied at work, is because I want to indicate to you, my followers, that sometimes you may not realize you're being bullied at work and you shouldn't have to put up with it. I was being continuously harassed to get things done. My workload was getting ever bigger. I was assigned to tasks that I hadn't previously agreed to. I was made out to be a scapegoat for why things weren't being done for the clients, and I was being asked to do things under the table or behind the backs of the clients on the client's budget. So they were paying to have some work done, and the work wasn't being done. The money was being spent elsewhere. So if you're recognizing any of these things, please consider maybe you're being bullied and you need to talk to someone in your HR or human resources to help you overcome this kind of behavior. Right, enough of that. So Faulty Frame Squad, I intend to actually properly, heavily start production as of next week, to the point where I'm going to be spending most of my weekends actually filming it and trying to get it done. And then hopefully in the future something else can be done where I'm not necessarily filming it and someone else can take up the mantle, because it is a very big, tall order to film, edit, do all the audio stuff, and it can be too much. If you are a fan of Faulty Frame Squad and you want to help, in the description below of this video there is a link to a application form, which is you, the fan, having an opportunity to actually help the production of Faulty Frame Squad, where we can actually just call on you, hopefully with a day's notice, saying Xeno wants to film tomorrow, are you available? Yeah. So it's like, it'll be in-game acting, no voice acting unfortunately, that's already covered. So yeah, if you're interested, please fill in the form below, and yeah. I'm hoping to get a lot more stuff project-wise done. Yeah, I'm certain people are like, oh my god, you're taking on way too much stuff. Yeah, that could be true. Some stuff may get dropped. I don't intend for it to be any of my smaller projects. I actually would prefer to drop the more medium projects, because they can be too heavy. In passing, I was actually talking to an internet friend. He was seeking advice with his YouTube channel, and I kind of got inspired with some semi-form of Let's Plays that I may, squinty eyes, take on, but I'm not 100% sure. Turn my head. I can turn my head. But yeah, so I might do something along those lines. I hope I don't become an alcoholic because of it. Oh wait, did I just spoil something? And yeah, so I hope that I can hopefully count on your support. I hope this was a nice piece of information in case you are being bullied at work. And yeah, let's get on and get Faulty Frame Squad done. Thanks for watching.